Hey guys, I hope you're all having a great day, and today I'm going to be making my review of The Band of Merry Kids by David Squee, or Squire. I don't really know his last name. So I have just finished reading this book and I wanted to make a review right away because this book was published in 2018 and it's really new, and I think that a lot of you should read it. Basically, this book is about a boy named Piper who is a 12-year-old boy, and this is set in at the time where Robin Hood was alive. So it was a really long time ago where people would walk or use horses. So really long time ago. And Piper is the son of a wool blanket seller, and all of his dreams is to be Robin Hood. So he wants to be like him, be adventurous, be brave just like him, and give back to the poor and take from the rich. So that's pretty much the beginning of the story. So in the first part of the book, Piper gets in all of these troubles with other kids. He starts making bets that he doesn't win because he's not good enough, because he just starts making bets that he knows he won't win, but it's just like the adrenaline or like the adventurousness that takes over. I don't really know. And at some point, he risks a lot by insulting a baron, who I don't really know how to pronounce, Byron or Baron, I don't really know. He most likely gets in trouble for it, and so his father is really upset with him, but he's mostly really sad. So he decides to take him, Lucy and Harold, his two cousins, to the fair. It's a fair where he will be able to sell his wool blankets, so the father decides to go and bring out his children, well, his child and his niece and nephew. Arriving there, Piper decides to get in trouble once again, so he just starts making a lot of trouble everywhere. He kind of realizes that all of his doing have consequences, and he has to deal with those consequences when he gets caught. I really love this book. I thought it was so well written. It was well executed also, because books can be well written, but they can be less well executed. The pacing could be off, but the pacing was really good. Whenever there would be a time where things would slow down a little bit, something would come up, something would happen to make the book go a little faster, even though it's a really short book, so that didn't really matter. I really love the fact that it was a complex story, even though it was just 180 pages. And we had a very complex main character, Piper, so that was really interesting, because in the beginning he really just wants to be brave and to act just like Robin Hood. But when he realizes that his actions can have bad consequences not only on him but on other people, he realizes that he is not Robin Hood and he cannot be like him, and that he's just a normal person whose actions can have consequences on other people. There was a big twist at the end of the book. I don't know if it was predictable. I don't think it was predictable, but I don't see anything when it comes to predictable things, so I don't really know. The book is really good for a younger audience because it has a good lesson about how your consequences can affect not only you but other people that you might love and care about. So when you do something stupid or you do something that you don't really mean to, it can affect not only you but people that you love. The other lesson that I think was important is that sometimes you need help, and even though you think that you can do it on your own, sometimes you just need your friends to help you out in any way or any situation, even if it's a bad or a good one. The only two cons that I have for this book is, first of all, I was not the good audience for this book. I was too old. I think I would have enjoyed this book a little bit more if I had been younger. The second reason follows the first one. I couldn't relate to any of the characters because they were too childish. They're well, of course, but their thoughts and emotions were too radical. They didn't think through anything that they were doing, so of course it's a normal thing to do as a child. But as a 20-year-old, you see all the problems that could happen and then end up happening. So some of the problems were predictable, but it wasn't predictable. It just was realistic to have those problems, and the kids just didn't see it when they made the plan because they're just kids. So that was all that I wanted to say about this book. Tell me down below if you have read this book. If you have not, are you going to? I would really like you to tell me if you're going to read it, and we could talk about it later. So yeah, I will see you next time with a new video. Goodbye.
De la tierra morena tienen con lindo vienen bajando.